Warning. The following podcast contains explicit language, honest opinions and a sense of humor. Welcome to the Brothers Take.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our podcast. I'm Chris, joined by my brothers Adam and Eric, and we are back in the room to talk more about video games. And joining us in the room today is our good friend, fellow gamer, and drummer, Mr. Michael Howlin.
Hello, video games.
Hello, the internet. How are you today, Howlin?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad yourselves.
I'm pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh,
We're
refreshed.
You're refreshed. Eric, that's not like you. You're usually fucking exhausted.
Yeah, you're there always sitting there just yawning away.
And going like, oh, why are we doing this? Why are you so refreshed? Did you sleep?
Yeah, I got to sleep and I had a bath yesterday and first time in years. It was great.
Years. Dude, you should wash more. What do you mean? What the fuck?
I can't wash much. I'm too tired.
Oh, right. Okay. You should make that a priority. Anyway, we are not here to talk about Eric's washing habits. We are here to talk about video games and video game related topics. In today's episode, we've titled it Let's Speculate, which is essentially we are going to be giving our thoughts on very recent video game announcements, news, and rumors. We're pretty much going to be giving our thoughts on the PS5 and Xbox Series X pre-orders and our kind of anticipations and speculations before they've come out, because even though we've been told a lot about these consoles, there's still a lot we actually don't know about these consoles. Because at every showcase they show you, here's the games coming, but they don't actually tell you much about, okay, so what does the console do when you turn it on? Other than play games. So we're going to give a bit of speculation on that. And then there's been some recent video game news and rumors that we're going to give our thoughts on as well. One of them being Microsoft buying Bethesda. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Correct.
Nailed it. And
First try.
Okay. And then a rumor about the PS5 are going to be having an exclusive Metal Gear Solid remake. That's still only a rumor. We don't know if it's true, but we're definitely going to give our thoughts on that. And then we might have some time for some other announcements that we'd like to talk about as well. So we won't talk about it too much. If you're listening to us on YouTube, make sure to jump into the comments whenever you can to give your thoughts on each thing that we're talking about as we go along. And then if you're listening to us on audio platforms, you can get in touch with social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Brothers Take to let us know what you think about all these things that we're talking about. Let's just dive straight into it. Okay, so let's start with the first discussion that we're going to have, which might take up quite a length of the episode, which is our thoughts and speculations going forward on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and Series S as well, I should say. And I think there's another one to bring it out as well, Howlin, is there?
Series M, yeah.
Xbox Series M. I have to say, when you shared that, I laughed so fucking hard.
I laughed hard when I made it, man. Stop laughing. Just for context,
how many flops does that one have?
For context, I made a picture of my face on the circle on the front of the Series S, and I called it the Series M.
Yeah.
I also absolutely trolled my mates with it by telling them, oh, I think they've just announced a new one, and led them on for a little while, let them research it a bit, try find it, and then just sent in that picture. So,
Lovely. And when are pre-orders available for the Series M, Howlin?
Whenever. Send me a message.
You can pre-order whatever you want.
Hey.
So I suppose we three... this is going to be interesting. It might seem like a slight gag up, but also I suppose the three of us are like three slices of bread from the same fucking loaf. So it's really just the same voice echoed, right? So you might as well take it as there's a...
You just got your PS5 orders then, boys, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, It's pre-ordered.
I went into GameStop just to ask like what's the when could we expect it, or at least do you know how many numbers you're going to be getting? And they're like, nope, haven't a clue.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, cool.
They've been taking pre-orders since March. Like
I know, I
Yeah.
pre-ordered like was it at the end of August, so it was pretty late, I guess, but well before the pre-orders started officially.
Yeah.
And then they're like, if I was to guess, maybe January.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I pre-ordered it early August, and so yeah, no idea.
I
when it's
didn't know
coming.
you were allowed to pre-order until they said that you can pre-order.
I never
So
So
you
I was
should-
very late to it.
You shouldn't, and as far as I know, GameStop are the only ones doing that, and I
Right.
think it's real cheeky, like, because they're just creating their own list.
It was a bit because they, if you look at your receipt, it doesn't say like pre-ordered PS5. It just says like, oh yeah, deposit put down for I don't know, like accessory or something. Yeah. It's not even official.
I think it says
sign it.
console pre-order, but it doesn't specify what console.
Yeah.
I think it's real cheeky. It annoyed me now, I have to say.
Yeah.
It was a
Down
bit,
with
it's
that
a bit
sort of
weird.
thing.
Sorry, Eric?
Down with that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Fucking
down with it, man. Pitchforks and flames. Howlin, have you, out of curiosity, have you pre-ordered a console, or are you thinking of one, or where are you at?
Yeah, I'm getting an Xbox launch day.
Way!
Would
I
you pre-order the
pre-ordered.
actual-
I went down to Waterford and I went to Smith's on pre-order day and got in there at 8 o'clock in the morning and pre-ordered 3 consoles for me and my friends.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah,
And
Pre-order one for everyone, the obvious.
Series X or Series S?
Series X.
Series X. Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone in.
I suppose well, here's something I want to know, and this is like a genuine question, because I haven't a fucking clue,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that yourself and also Adam, because you do look into the tech stuff a lot more, will probably have to clear it up for me, and maybe then other people have to say, maybe everyone else gets it. I don't know. I thought when it was first announced, I saw the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, and I remember talking to you at the time, Howlin, actually saying, "Oh my God, those prices are so like really good, really fair."
Mhm.
Like, that's crazy. And we actually said, we're like, let's see if Sony can even try match that, right? But the Series S, I thought that was just a digital version of the Xbox Series X.
No.
It's
Weaker.
not, is it? So what is it? What does it play? What does it do?
So it's a little bit weaker, but it does 1080 at 120 FPS. So it doesn't do 4K.
Okay.
So it's for people that don't have 4K tellies.
Which is a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, that's
a
not to say
hell of
it's
a
not a
market to
write-off.
hit.
Yeah.
No, it's really actually really quite good. Like even like PC monitors, they're not going up to 4K unless you're spending a lot of money. So if you have a good PC monitor, you're going to get high frames on that. Do you know, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then, okay, this is the bit where I got confused is what does it play?
Everything the Series X does.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's good. Okay. Because it's very possible I could get one.
Yeah.
Here down the line. I got really confused and I started talking about all this kind of the Xbox Series S will play Xbox One X enhanced games or something like that, or
So
I
all
think
of them
it's so
will play all or most of what's on the Xbox One X, I think. And most of that will be enhanced. And then
Right.
there's a whole backwards compatible library with Xbox as well. That will go straight back to the first Xbox. They'll all play that and they'll all be enhanced. They have this already on the Xbox One, where if you play an Xbox game on an Xbox One or an Xbox 360 game on an Xbox One, it's enhanced. It has like better frame, better resolution and everything like that. It works really well. It's really good. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Really excited.
okay. No,
I
that
always said that
clears it up better for me.
the S I always thought was like such a perfect price point for that secondary console as well. Right? I think Microsoft are so they know that there's like this desire for the next PlayStation. They're very aware of that, which is I think they're like really services focused this time around. And they were like, well, we could make just a perfect Game Pass machine basically for even people that are looking into getting the next PlayStation or even the next Switch if that ever comes out.
Yeah.
Xbox don't
It's
give
such a
crap
good
about
price point.
console wars. The Xbox console war isn't a thing anymore.
No,
Xbox
I
don't
was
care.
saying that, and even like it's so interesting that every time there's a new console, like they do both release the same year, and you are kind of keeping up. They're going, oh, which one are you getting? And everything. But this year has effectively ended the whole idea of a console war, where now it's like they're actually going to be two very different focuses. Yeah, some people
Twitter
are still very.
Whoa.
So who won the console war? Yeah, it's different. But I think like of the two Xboxes, like the Series S is such a good price range as well for a digital only copy. With the PlayStation 5, I'd be like, you might as well just spend the extra and get the disc one.
So I'm coming from the other side here, right? I'm getting the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
And I am eyeing up that discless version.
Are you?
Yeah. I'll probably get that next year. Because it's much cheaper. It's €100 cheaper.
Yeah.
And like I think
it depends
anymore.
what your main is. You know what I mean,
guys?
That's okay. Who's the dog? Sorry, what's the dog's name? Oh, don't mute it. Lars.
Lars, yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. And does he drum?
Everyone in this house drums. Everyone.
That's true. We've been given the 2-second sign.
No, we're good.
Okay. No, I have a little dog named Pippin, and she was featured on a couple of our episodes actually. She jumped up and worked into the mic, and happy days. So we welcome all animals. What was I saying? Oh yeah,
I was saying that like I think it seems as though whichever is your main, that's the one you're going like full disc version.
Yeah.
Because ideally you have like, if you've been Xbox the whole way up, you've got a bunch of discs that you'll want to put into that machine, so it makes sense to get the disc version. And I think it's the same on the PS5 side of things. We've got a bunch of PS4 games on disc, so therefore we'd want the disc version.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had an option to get a discless Xbox Series X, I'd get it.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Shit, man, you're embracing full digital.
I barely ever have. I have. Let me see. I have 4 physical games at the moment.
Wow.
4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm all in on it. It's so handy, man. It's so handy.
It is handy.
We did speak about
4 and
Bone
Bone Storm.
I tell you why I'm surprised though, Howlin. You always strike me as somewhat of a collector.
No.
No,
not
being
my thing.
a freak like us.
Maybe we should do our research before we start talking to our special guests.
I tell you what, actually, okay. Let's end this call right now.
I'd 100% go in on a discless. Like especially with Game Pass. Like, why would you buy a disc version? Why does it exist? No.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I am so passionately for the disc thing.
I know.
I'm dreading the day that they're gone.
You're getting old.
Yeah, I think I am actually. Because I even remember saying that. Because I think when you're growing up with stuff, you think that you're seeing the absolute, like, the newest version of anything, and you're like, when I'm older, how could I possibly say, oh, you kids don't get it, what it was like? And now I'm like, there will be a day where I go, we used to put discs in those things, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? I go, look here, let me show you my old disc collection that's now useless.
You just 3D printed a loading sign.
Yeah. Eric, you actually haven't said, would you be I know you've pre-ordered a PS5, but would you be interested in getting an Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S?
I would probably get the Xbox Series S, considering I don't have a 4K like TV, and if it does pretty much everything that the Series X does, and it's very cost affordable, so I'd probably get that as my secondary one. I just have to see the games and everything first. Like, I know, like, obviously, like, it plays all the stuff the Xbox One plays, so that would interest me as well.
Yeah.
Do you not have an Xbox One?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I'm the only one of the 3.
Okay.
I
got an Xbox One. Yeah.
I was a little bit like tempted to get it, but then I was thinking to myself like, nah, I like my money. I like going to my bank account and going, yeah, I think I can match Bruce Wayne.
I started out last generation with a PS4.
Yeah.
When I originally started out, I got a PS4, and at some point, it was probably two years ago, my mate Reggie said to me, I'm getting a new Xbox. I'm getting the S. Do you want to buy my OG? He had like first day OG Xbox. I was like, yeah, grand. So he sold that to me. And about probably a year down the line of that, Game Pass came out.
Right.
And PS4 started gathering dust.
Yeah. So the Game Pass is like just has done it for you, has it? Absolute
game changer. Yeah. Absolute game changer. Like
that's what they should have called it.
Crazy.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my PS4 started gathering dust. I've sold it now. I've sold the PS4. Like
wow. Yeah, fuck you, PlayStation.
No, like I enjoyed it when I had it.
Yeah.
It was actually The Last of Us 2. When I played that, I really struggled with it. So I'm a new father for about a year now. My gaming time is in the evening or an hour here and there.
Yeah.
And when I was sitting down to play The Last of Us, I wasn't relaxing at all. That game is so tense.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Man, even without being a father, man, that game is a struggle.
I'd like go, yeah, I really want to play it, and then I'd go, man, I don't want to be that stressed.
Yeah, kind of just want to have a bit of fun.
Yeah, and that just like after that, I was like, I didn't touch the PS4 much after that because they're all the games on there like that. They're like single player heavy action games, So
yeah,
I didn't see a point in keeping it for the time, but we'll see what happens with this PS5.
Yeah. It's a very interesting point though, because not like it depends on how much time you have as well to put into these. Like I'm hugely into those single player narrative experiences, right? Which the PlayStation exclusives offer, which has been my main buying part. Like that's been the main choice for buying any console for me. Has always been the actual games on offer. But I mean, if you don't have the time for that kind of thing.
Well,
then
I'll find the time.
Matter,
I'll find the time, but it's whether I want to find the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to for that because it was stressing me out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all said it. That is a stressful ass fucking game.
Yeah.
It's like no joy. I remember trying to say it to just a friend of mine who used to be a console gamer, but he's totally PC now. He's like again, he has actually said that line to me, like his PlayStation is just gathering dust. He's probably going to sell it. He has no interest in any of the new consoles. He's just PC all the way now. But he was saying there's some of the exclusives that he feels like he's kind of missing out on, and he was asking me like, what's The Last of Us 2 like? I was like, it is dark and morbid and stressful, and he was like, yeah, but I like dark stuff. I was like, no, I do too, but I actually needed a break from this. Like this was soul destroying. It's heavy shit. I'm curious, is there particular Xbox games then that have really caught your eye, Howlin, that are coming up in the next generation, apart from the obvious Halo Infinite?
Well, yeah, look, we're going to be waiting a while, I don't think I'm going in for the exclusives. I really don't. Like, I think I just, that Game Pass is just too good for me to move on to PS5. It really is. Like,
see, Eric keeps laughing. I bring Game Pass up so many times in these episodes, and he's just like, Jesus, man, are you fucking sponsored by it? So it's seriously good.
You don't understand?
I get the appeal of the Game Pass, even though I don't have an Xbox and I haven't had the opportunity of using it, but I do every time it's advertised and talked about. I get the appeal of it, especially like paying such a low subscription fee. Like it is pretty low. Like
it is. Yeah,
man, it's
to get access to every
Xbox title day and date.
Yeah,
like first,
and they stay on it.
And they stay on it.
Yeah,
and then you get the little splatterings of other games that you can try as well. It's perfect for just playing like stuff that you wouldn't have bought.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, and especially like that's the thing. Like games are so expensive now that it's like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, and it's a lot of money to just try it out. And they don't all do demos anymore. And even now, I was tempted. I got an email about trying out the new Crash Bandicoot, right? They said try the demo now. I was like, oh, brilliant. But the only way to try the demo is to pre-order the actual game. And I was like, but sure. What if I pre-order it to try this demo and then go, I fucking hate it, and now I can't return it?
That was a selling point on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as well. Pre-order to try the demo, but it was like 2 minutes at the hangar level. Like,
no, thank you.
Good, thanks.
Yeah.
I really hope, I love the Game Pass thing, but I really hope that Sony doesn't emulate it.
Really?
Yeah, because
I don't.
I have all the three consoles, and I love that each one serves a specific purpose for me.
Okay.
Like with the Game Pass stuff, I'm like, I try out games that I would never consider purchasing, and try them out for a bit. It's almost like I suppose back in the day when you used to be able to rent games.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you don't have to complete
love
them because
doing
you
that.
don't feel like an obligation to complete them either.
Yeah.
You just want to fucking just try them out, like.
Yeah.
And I just where I feel that Sony's strengths is in those first party, like those narrative experiences, and I feel like that will suffer if they go down the kind of Game Pass route. And now you're kind of trying to compete. Like, I don't think they could compete with Microsoft's infrastructure and services. It's like they have a strength, stick with it. Nintendo found their strength, they should stick with it, and then Microsoft continue down this services path.
Yeah.
And that way all three are so unique, and it's like otherwise you end up with, you know,
I suppose
two of the
otherwise
same console.
you're choosing your skin for your console, really, aren't you?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's a great take. I never would have thought of that. Never would. And like you said, like that's what I was saying about the console war. There's no such thing anymore. Microsoft have got behind Xbox now. You know, like we're going to talk about the acquisition. Like we'll go into numbers on that, but like Microsoft have unlimited money now for Xbox.
Microsoft could buy the fucking world probably at this point. They always show off the games, but I feel like there's always functions and features that the consoles have that they don't sell. I don't know if they think that people aren't interested in them, but I mean, the more stuff
I don't know if they have full confidence in it.
Yeah,
it really, like the way they don't push it. It really doesn't feel like they have full confidence in the product if everyone started using it. I don't know.
Yeah, it is really weird that these are pieces of tech from two tech companies, and we saw a little bit of the Xbox's interface, just a tiny bit, like maybe last year I think it was. But I still like, what's the PlayStation? Is it still the same interface as the PS4, or are they redesigning it? So it's like, like what does the thing do? You know, because so far you showed me a bunch of games which currently I could play on PS4. So apart from just extra speeds, why do I need this machine? You know, show me, what does the thing do?
I hope we can
if they show me they're going back to the cross menu bar, pre-order in, baby. Pre-order in.
The XMB?
The XMB. Let's go.
That was lit.
That was tidy, man. Tidy.
What are you at, Eric?
I hope that we can like just enter the games. They haven't shown it off yet, but at some point we're like, yeah, you can actually, this is the Matrix, and you can now enter the games. Imagine that. Imagine being in fucking Halo.
Or Eric.
You're talking PS10 and Xbox.
That's actually something that I thought was.
At that point.
They didn't even show that. Was that the VR is supposed to work on it, and you know they will make another VR part 2. But
yeah,
like,
I actually heard mention
how
that.
the hell does this thing connect? Does it? What are the benefits? Like, give us a side to side comparison. Like, what the hell? It's so weird that there's like, they just like kind of half showed off this machine.
Yeah. Did you have PSVR?
I have the VR, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll do real well on the PS5.
Yeah,
like,
I think it could do too. It could.
It was decent already. Like if they managed to, if they release a second one and has inside out tracking, that's brilliant.
I actually said that before because I remember every time they're releasing something like the iToy and the PS Move and all these things, I was like, this is gonna be the future of gaming, and I was like, it's not. It's just not. People prefer having a controller in their hands. But when I tried the PSVR, and again, when they were talking about VR, I was someone who was like, it's just not going to work out. It'll be marketed for one Christmas, and then after that, it'll just fall flat. But when I tried the VR, holy shit, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is incredible. This is insane. And that goes for any kind of VR headset, I think. It's not just that one. But
I tried Dirt Rally in VR with a racing wheel.
Yeah. Oh shit! Oh shit!
I was sweating coming out of it. Like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's the closest thing I think you can get to like that like arcade experience. Or even the like kind of the next generation of the on-rails shooter kind of a thing with the light gun.
Yeah.
It is cool, but it is only like it's a small experience. You wouldn't be playing.
Oh, you couldn't play that.
Trying to play Skyrim in that thing.
You guys played Resident Evil in it, right?
I played a bit of Resi 7.
Fucking terrifying.
Fuck that.
No, thank you.
I must say the Batman VR one, that's the one that blew my mind, because I had it on and I was looking at a mirror and I was like, holy shit, my face is Batman. You know what I mean? And like, I think when you're watching someone else do it, you feel like there's a disconnect. But when you're actually in it and then you look down and see your own abs and you're like, I never looked like this. This is fucking crazy.
looking at Astrobot, like just seeing him running around the place blew me away. Like it was crazy. Like
I'd like to see more VR. I think.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. 100%.
They're always, it's always really frustrating. I think you can say that about any of the game companies, maybe except for Nintendo. I think Nintendo are the only ones that are just like on the ball when it comes to marketing. But the other two, I always feel like are kind of like one toe into a kind of they've got this product. Like even if you took like the Vita for example, that was a fucking great handheld.
Oh,
and they
green,
just
right?
kind of they just launched it and kind of went okay. And like didn't do anything with it and it fucking failed. Like, and if they're not careful,
did it do
like,
well
that's
in
gonna go to
Japan?
waste.
I'm always wondering, like, you know,
Oh yeah, they
more
marketed the hell
computers
out of it in Japan.
Yeah.
And it did really well.
Yeah.
But like
handheld consoles tend to do particularly well in Japan. And I think
Nintendo always seems to do really well.
Yeah.
The DS everyone just went on the DS and the Vita died as a result. I don't think it was any way of competing with the DS.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the 3DS was fucking something else altogether. Like loads of people got that.
Yeah.
So.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Was it just this year gone?
So.
That's some run.
Some run, man. Like that came out with the original PSP, like.
Yeah. Like 3DS and then the year to now or whatever. You can buy them now on. No, I'm joking. Our Patreon. Yeah. So wait, none of us actually said a feature that we would like.
I said I want to enter the game.
Oh, okay, come on. You know that's not a fucking feature.
Well,
I want better. I want better broadcasting functionality.
Yeah,
not necessarily for me personally, but I do think that like
for Twitch streamers and stuff.
Yeah, because they had the console, and both of them have like the ability to broadcast, but it's just not good enough that streamers still need a dedicated PC and kind of bring it through with a capture card and all that kind of stuff. It's just an unnecessary amount of effort that they could just improve the broadcasting features.
I was going to say the very same thing. I actually think that would be a very good feat. And again, not necessarily for me. Like I don't Twitch stream, but maybe it's something I would like to do if it was way more accessible. And I think if you could do it, like if you just had the camera which they're selling, so it's like there might as well be more functions for that fucking camera, and that they had it set up in such a way that you can, you know, go in and decide where you want your video placed and stream straight away and talk with the fucking headphones and the microphones that they're also marketing, you know. I think it makes sense. It's a good idea,
man. A mold of your ear.
What are the actual what are the Xbox accessories that are coming? I haven't seen. Oh, are they not announced yet? Like I wasn't sure whether I just missed them, but I've looked and I haven't seen any. But
just
at the moment, it's just a controller, I think.
Yeah, just a controller. Yeah, like they're not going to do anything with the Kinect ever again. It died a slow death.
Oh, the Kinect. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing these horror
that's so
stories.
Unfortunate.
Man, that camera was crazy. That camera is mental. They use that in medical procedures sometimes now. Like it's just
there was even there are security companies that use it as surveillance.
Yeah.
The Kinect was
What?
That's a crazy camera.
The Kinect was like
mental.
It's so unfortunate that it was they decided to like sell it with the Xbox really and trying to sell it as an Xbox kind of controller. If Microsoft had sold that as almost like a Surface accessory, like that would live on. That would still be here. Like its abilities, you know, like it's in the age of home assistance and you know, home automation and shit like that. That thing would have been mental.
Oh shit! They were thinking of that when they released it. The whole thing was that you could just tell your console to do things.
Yeah.
But then the Xbox was
for that it
sluggish
was awesome.
as hell. It was just so slow.
Xbox, clean up the poo. Xbox, clean the counter. That is class. That's what I want my fucking next console to be able to do.
Eric, are you living in the real fucking world?
No, okay. I do actually have a thing
Yeah.
that I'd like the PS5 to be able to do. Because do you remember when we were playing Final Fantasy VII? Obviously, you two cleared it, and I was nearing the end, and you wanted to do like a share placement thing or share screen thing, where you could watch me play, but only one of you could do it. So I group one of that. I'd like the PS5 to be able to allow up to 2 or 3 other people to watch a screen, so you could do like a party watching sort of thing on the screen.
Eric, yeah, I think you're asking for the same thing that Adam asked for.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what he's saying. Yeah, it's like
broadcast features, because we did try that and we weren't able to get in, and yeah, I actually
the age like of this where like you can't actually get to. One thing I really miss about this gen, even last gen, is the couch co-op experience. Yeah. And realistically, the only game that's that holds on to that is probably the Master Chief Collection.
and
Overcooked.
The Lego series.
Yeah, but I'm talking
I'm talking real games.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's so mean. Come on, people love Lego.
No, I mean like
it's not like pre-order for Legos. No, I'm joking. I don't.
A console selling kind of title. To kind of maintain the co-op kind of experience, and I think this kind of thing where we're just the camera and we're split screening and stuff like that, why is that not a thing, you know?
Steam has that built in now, doesn't it, that you can play couch co-op but online.
Yeah, and it's a little different than I suppose it's not too dissimilar to just regular multiplayer, but like what Eric's saying is that you could have someone spectate, because part of the even in gaming is like you just sit down and watch your friend play, and like there's more to gaming than just controller in your hand and that's it.
Yeah, no,
it is a very social. Even single player games can be very social experience.
Like, do you know what I think would be cool actually that you're on there? Like, even if I know a big thing for games like Until Dawn, just as an example, right, was that, and they realized that themselves because I think they talked about it when they were making more games. They were saying that a lot of people had parties where they would assign a character to each person, and whenever it swapped character, swap the controller over, and that way no one person is in control of how the story's going to turn out or how people are going to die. And by the end of it, and it was real fun. We actually did it ourselves. But if they could do that, like where you're not in the same room, so you have your controller and you're watching someone else play, and then it actually swaps over to you. Now you have control of the game. In those kind of multiplayer style games, like that could be really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely like more connectivity.
Yeah. So do it, guys. Sure, we'll have enough time between now and. No, I'm sure they must be totally finished, right?
Yeah.
It has to be, right? It has to be.
Here's what I would love as well.
Yeah.
It's a criticism I have with the PlayStation the whole way through this fucking generation was that more software updates that actually give you extra features and improve the enhancements of the fucking console.
What was it? Improve stability over and over and over again?
Yeah.
Most
it's
stable
like
console ever.
Yeah, fucking right. But like when you look at like I think the Xbox maybe does it a little too much, that it gets a bit kind of like, because every time I turn it on I'm like, Jesus, everything's shifted a bit. But they did add extra, like that quick menu, for example. Like you can do everything from that. Absolutely.
Took the whole generation, but Xbox finally made that UI good.
Yeah.
It took the whole generation.
But at least, like, because one of the things I love is like when you have whether it's like your phone, for example, right? I know like some people upgrade every year, but I definitely don't. But what I love is that every year a new software update makes it feel like a brand new phone, brand new experience. There's extra features. It doesn't change the whole look. There's just extra features, extra functionality. Yeah. When you have to have a console for fucking 7 to 10 years, it's like, like a fresh paint would be nice.
No, definitely. I'd be on board for that as well. Yeah, software updates that do actually add something or change something or make you feel like. I feel like those are like little rewards as well, where like at the same time as them patching something or something like that, if they could just throw in another little thing, because you might not see or know, like a lot of people don't notice the technical specs of stuff. A lot of just very casual gamers might not even notice that the frame rate has improved or something like that or whatever. But if they would notice if it's like there was some, the UI has changed slightly or there's another little option there, and they'd go, oh yeah, that update was worthwhile for me, even though there was probably something else it was doing that was way more important that they might not notice, But yeah, people like to feel rewarded, I think, when they're downloading shit and installing shit. Okay, so let's get on to the next topic, which Howlin had hinted at there a little earlier. And that is Microsoft have acquired.
Killer move.
Oh, lads. This is actually what I did, right? All right, there was two sides of me. There was the PlayStation gamer who has obviously pre-ordered a PS5 that went like this, oh, fuck, right? But then there was the person who can just appreciate the clever move, and I went,
holy.
Well played, Microsoft. Was it just the day before pre-orders as well?
Yeah.
I was like, well, and they probably already had that in the bag and just like, let's wait till then to announce it though. I was like, good fucking move.
like I was saying, this just shows Microsoft are all in on Xbox now. All in. That's 7.8 billion.
Yeah, huge.
Disney bought Star Wars for 4 billion. Disney bought Marvel for 4 billion.
Not fucking crazy.
They could have bought Star Wars and Marvel. And they bought Bethesda and ZeniMax. They are all in.
In one fell swoop, like the amount of IPs now that, well, it is unclear at the moment. I think they did say that whether or not those IPs are going to be exclusive. I kind of feel like some of them will be and others won't be, because
I
think
they were real shady on it. They were like, so the stuff that's already announced for PS5, Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop remain as they are. It's just going to come up with a Microsoft logo when it loads up.
That's hilarious. That's brilliant. That's so good.
That's funny. That's sort of like, it'll nearly, like, if anyone gets those games and puts them on their PS5, it'll nearly be like a wink, like, we're coming.
Exactly.
We're going to get the rest of your games.
Yeah, they're actually, those games are just a Trojan horse. The minute the Xbox symbol comes up, the virus and just takes over your PS5 and turns into an Xbox Series X.
Get Game Pass.
Yeah, every time you play the game, it's suddenly like there's little flashes of subliminal messaging. There's got to be like inserted advertisements for the Xbox. That was so fucking funny. Oh god.
They're going to stay as they are, and then going forward, Todd Howard said it's going to be a case by case basis.
Yeah.
So whatever suits the game.
What do you think? What do you think they're going to do? Because surely Microsoft obviously have some say in this. They've bought it, like, so, and they've spent a lot of fucking money. So
how many times have I said this word? This all comes down to Game Pass, right? They've bought this. Doesn't matter if they release it on PS5. Doesn't matter what comes out on PS5. Someone on a PS5 will go, I can buy it for €70 here.
Yeah.
But if I get an Xbox, I can get it for $10 a month. Why wouldn't you get an Xbox?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because
you're making good points.
Because a lot of them, that's what, like, the only thing I was never mad on with the Game Pass, which is why it didn't become my primary machine for third-party games, is the whole Netflix model. Is they do rotate. So every now and then I'll try out a game, and by the time I get back to it, it's like, oh, it's gone. I can't actually access it. But like, all of these will remain.
Yeah.
They'll stay there forever.
Oh shit.
So instead of
games are first party Xbox now. What? Like, you got Doom, Quake, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Prey, Dishonored, all first party Xbox now.
There's people within.
I gotta say, this is how important this announcement was, right? For me, right? Because again, I'm obviously not a Game Pass guy. I really like the physical games. Yeah, I know I'm wasting my money, but Again, I was like, the console I'm gonna buy is purely down to the games that I can play, right? But this acquisition made me go, okay, so I'm gonna be getting an Xbox in about a year.
And that's what they want.
And that's exactly what they want. It was a really fucking clever move. And that's why I wanted to know, does the Xbox Series S, is it still going to play those games just digitally? In which case I'm like, Grant, I will probably, I'm going to get that console. Like, it'll have to be next year because, fuck me, this is an expensive Christmas this year. But, like, it's a fucking great move.
One of the things I like about this is I never really liked, if you go back to the E3s and stuff like that, I've never liked Xbox presentations. I don't know what it is about it, but I just feel like they were never really good at, like, selling it. They're so reading the script kind of robotic to them. Yeah. But fucking Todd Howard can literally sell me anything. That man has such showmanship. Yeah. And what's his name? Pete Hines.
Yeah.
Like, those two are so good at selling stuff.
But like, it takes a bit of belief and confidence in what you've actually done and what your team has done. You know what I mean?
Well, a bit more than that, because they did manage to sell Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. So there's no way they believed in those products.
No,
they might have. Just because the public didn't doesn't mean they didn't.
Those games are broken, man.
I know, but they've got the name Fallout on them.
But it would be so.
Even the name Fallout,
It'd be so wild to see, because like last year I think it was they purchased Obsidian, or was it the year before?
Yeah.
And that was Fallout's biggest competitor, really.
Yeah. They have them both.
Now they have them both, and like I think Obsidian made the original
Fallout New Vegas. They made.
Yeah, I think the crew are the guys who worked on like 1 and 2,
Possibly.
And which is why New Vegas ended up being like the better one out of all of them. But could you imagine them working with Bethesda now for the next Fallout? Wow.
It's a crazy buy, because as well, like, and the big one for me, like, I know, like, those games, they have a huge range of games that do all sorts of different things and appeal to different people, and they all have their own fan bases. But the big one for me personally was the Elder Scrolls. I was like, there is no way in hell I am not going to be playing the Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, you cheeky bastards.
play it on your PS5, because I can guarantee it's coming. Like,
see,
I wouldn't be surprised if that was Xbox exclusive.
Why would you leave all that money on the table?
I know, but I wonder, like, because that's so far off that, they could make. I think if they made ground, that would be the decision for them. But Morrowind was Xbox exclusive, and that wasn't even half as popular as the PS2.
Yeah, I think it'll be. This is just my thought now, and I obviously we don't know, right? We don't know what it's going to be or when they're going to come. I think it'll depend on which game it is, but that one, the Elder Scrolls 6, I think will be a timed exclusive, like they did with Tomb Raider.
I imagine most of them will be.
Yeah, I think it'll be that. Look, Xbox will get it first because we're going to look after them first.
So I can imagine Doom.
Get it because we're still making the money on it.
Yeah.
Even if it comes to PlayStation, they're still making the money on it. But I think they will do timed exclusives.
I think Doom will have like will be on both, but on the Xbox you'll have like a Master Chief skin.
And you'll get like cool pre-order shit.
And his weapons and stuff.
Yeah. That'd be sick though, right?
It would, like,
sick.
Yeah. Imagine like just as well, like instead of demons, it's the Covenant, but like to Mick Jordan's music.
Give me. Halo music's good too. I could get down with Doom with Halo music.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Well, we had a different vibe. We had definitely different vibe. Yeah. But it would just be so funny, like this brutally slaughtering grunts with your fist,
punching your fist through them. Oh god.
There was some fan art going around of like straight after it of like Master Chief and the Doomslayer together. As like imagine this as a crossover. Would you like to see a crossover? Not just of those franchises, but do you think like
no, not a crossover, but like little Easter eggs like that, where it's like just skins and stuff, would be good crack. Or the weapons, like, could you imagine having the BFG as an unlockable in the next Halo? What the fuck?
Or the Spartan laser then in Doom.
In Doom, yeah. Like little things like that would be like just make the game fun, but not like a lore-based crossover. That would be just ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be unnecessary, really, wouldn't it? Like you only really want it as a fun thing for the multiplayer aspect, probably.
Yeah, that'd be like being the arbiter in like Doom's multiplayer.
That'd be fucking deadly. I'd be into that. Does the Xbox still have a? You just reminded me of something. Didn't they have a? I could be going way back. Look, I'll be honest, the last Xbox I actually used was the 360. Yeah. I haven't even got to use the Xbox One. But the didn't they have like a Cortana from Halo as like a?
I'm not sure if it was ever built into the Xbox. It's on Microsoft. It's on Windows.
Oh, it's on Windows. I thought they were going to put it on the Xbox as like kind of like a Siri type thing.
Yeah,
I'm totally wrong.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's kind of Microsoft's version of Siri was they had Cortana. So
I'm not sure if it's on the Xbox. I'm not sure if it's on the Xbox.
No, I thought that was I remember hearing about it and thinking, I was like, that's a really fucking cool idea to take a video game.
You can actually control the Xbox with your Google Home.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I have if you have the Google Home app, you can actually add a device, add your Xbox, and I've just beside the TV, so I can just say the keyword that I'm not going to say. Turn on Xbox and it will, and you can also navigate the system as well with it.
That'd be really good now for the likes of taking a screenshot or a video.
Yeah, that's a fucking great idea actually. Yeah.
But really great as well for like all that kind of stuff. Like we don't really think about it, but accessibility as well.
100%.
For people who like think certain things are just too difficult to manage and stuff, but being able to activate stuff with your voice, I think it's a necessity in this day and age.
Yep.
And that's actually one as well. Actually, maybe as a requested feature for the PS5.
It's a fucking cool feature. I'm not sure we should be saying it's a necessity.
Well, for accessibility reasons.
Doctors would probably say it's absolutely not. Like, do not market that as a necessity. You're going to fucking raise the most lazy generation ever. Fucking hell. We're trying to get them off consoles, and now you're getting them fucking talking to them. So I take it, are we all convinced now that Skyrim is going to be yet re-released as an Xbox One?
Well, I saw a great meme where it's like Todd Howard. It's like you were trying to figure out how to make you buy Skyrim again, but now you'll be buying it every month for the rest of your life with Game Pass.
Yeah, fucking hell! Skyrim is just on everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for it, though. I buy it on everything.
I think I have 7 copies.
It's a great game.
If it was on my phone, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I am more interested in Bethesda's Starfield, actually.
Is it Starfleet, is it?
Starfield. Starfleet is Star Trek.
Yeah, Starfield. Okay. This is a whole brand new IP, is it?
Yes, that's why I'm interested in it. It's a new sci-fi RPG IP. And the thing that's getting me a little nervous is if that's just going to be Xbox. Space Scrolls.
That one actually has probably the greatest possibility out of all of them of being an Xbox exclusive because it's brand new IP.
That could be their next Mass Effect.
Yeah, but it's just the thing because I love Mass Effect. So if it's the next Mass Effect, I'm gonna be pretty fucking pissed. I'm like, no.
You're not going to be pissed. You're going to be buying an Xbox.
I'm going to be buying an Xbox.
It's going to be
say?
Bank, man.
What did I say?
Yeah.
I said people are going to see this and they're going to go, I need an Xbox now. And they're going to buy that S.
Yeah. It's a clever move.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much money they spent on it. Like, I wonder how many offers were made. Like, at what point were Bethesda able to go, we are worth
this
more
is what they
Star
needed,
Wars
though. Like, even with the the studios that they acquired to build their own IPs, etc. Like that, they're so far off. We haven't seen anything about that yet.
It's so like 25 studios at the moment.
Yeah, but it's really hard to kind of go, I'll definitely get an Xbox because I trust that game studio. I know they do good and all this kind of stuff. But that's really hard to jump in on. But with this one acquisition, you're kind of like, holy fuck. I love all those games.
Because also I love the Evil Within, so I want the Evil Within 3.
Yeah,
just get a Series S, Eric.
I was actually curious. I was like, will the Evil Within continue? I'm not so sure it's as popular as when the first one came out, and the second one didn't seem to.
I don't know. I'd say Tango.
But
I was
then
matter.
When they listed the names of games that they've just acquired, the names of series, they include because they didn't include everything, but they included Evil Within. So I was like, okay, so there probably will be an Evil Within 3.
There will be. It doesn't matter anymore. You can take punts on these games. With Game Pass, you can take punts.
Howlin, man, you're killing everything here, man. You're just like, it doesn't matter. Game Pass.
Make a meme of just Howlin's face, just going, doesn't matter.
Game Pass.
Doesn't matter.
He's going to be our version of, the dude, Aliens.
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Gonna have to fucking name this episode Game Pass.
I'm telling you, man.
He's get it yet?
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So Howlin, how much are they paying you to talk?
€10 a month.
So obviously, he's obviously paid off. He's an ex-boner.
Yeah. Fake news, man. Fake news.
What'd you call him, an ex-boner?
Yeah. Unlike us Sony ponies.
Sony ponies.
Are they actual? Okay, I'd never.
Here, let me.
The console war is not dead, man. It's all over the twits. Perf.
Hold on.
Good on you. Looks good on you.
Get my fucking. I haven't got one. I'm not ready. I don't have a fucking. To be honest, I don't. But now I want to Photoshop a pony with the fucking PlayStation logo on it as a unicorn.
Or just the PS symbols coming out of its arse like a rainbow.
I never heard that before. Sony pony and ex-boner. Is that actually a thing?
Oh yeah,
I've heard ex-boner, not Sony
You just
pony.
go all over YouTube and if you have anyone talk about you have people who cover Xbox news, I guess, and then you have other people that cover PlayStation news, and all throughout the fucking comments, that's all you hear is just people going at each other.
It's
really
weird.
fascinating.
I
love it.
I know, but I don't get it. It's like, oh, I'm getting this console. Yeah, but that's just because you're a fucking asshole or something. And you're like, whoa, what the hell, man? It's
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
But you have that with everything, even down to just your favorite sport team or your favorite band, whatever it is. People always have a preference.
People take the piss out of each other on fucking brand of shoes they're wearing. It's fucking ridiculous.
This is a bit more than taking the piss. This is genuinely
this is like hatred if you're in a different camp kind of thing, isn't it?
It's tribe mentality kind of thing. It's I'm right and they're wrong.
With bands and music, it's always the most fun though, because you always get people saying, "Yeah, you only like them because they sold out." It's like, I used to be a fan, but I hate them now.
I think that's what it is, though. I think Adam hit it on the head there. I'm right, you're wrong. I think it's insecurities about their choices that they made with their money. They're trying to defend their purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
I love it. I love spectate. It's my spectator sport. I just watch all these people tear each other apart. It's hilarious.
I hate it. I have to be honest. It makes me very uncomfortable to see people talk to each other that way online, because I'm just like, lads, just fucking relax. Or you have no idea what that little comment that you've just said is gonna do to someone.
Well, there is that as well. Yeah.
It's dangerous, the kind of shit that goes on. Not that you can't openly say how you feel.
You just sit back and laugh at them, Adam. You laugh at these people.
Yeah, Adam, you're a fucking asshole.
How do you feel about that?
I'm worse than them.
I am terrible. Anyway, yes. So we all. Well, I don't know if we all round of applause. I think most of us do. We round of applause to Microsoft for buying Bethesda. Eric, how did you feel when you heard the news? Or had you thought about it deeply yet? Had it hit you yet? What it meant?
No, it only hit me now, you bastards. You gotta raise other points.
Really though?
No. It was a bit like a. Well, actually, no. At first, it was like, oh, okay, they bought them. That's cool. Because Bethesda hasn't really released anything. I found
right. Say it right.
Bethesda. I say it 3 times in the mirror. Will they come after me?
Todd Howard comes out.
Yeah.
So I haven't really played anything amazing that they released apart from Skyrim and The Evil Within. So when it comes to something new that they released, Doom actually. Sorry, fucking Doom was amazing. Doom and The Evil Within. But other than that, it was just Skyrim. Oh, look, Skyrim on fucking Amazon Prime now. What does that do? It's just fucking there everywhere. So I didn't really care because I only really associate Elder Scrolls with Bethesda. until I then started to break down, every game they owned, and then realized, smart bastards, very smart.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
girl.
it's like, you know,
it's like that scene from Jurassic
they never have like a
Clever
killer hit, apart from maybe the last two Elder Scrolls, but they never really had like a killer hit. But all their games are always so like good.
Yeah,
I think I think people would disagree with that. But about the killer hit thing, I think some people would be like, no, they absolutely have a, like Fallout 3 was a killer hit.
They were on the ropes up until Morrowind.
Up until Morrowind?
Or was it up until Skyrim? Either Morrowind or Skyrim, they were on the ropes. And one of it, from there, they became the Bethesda that you know today because they did so well.
Yeah. I think you're right, Morrowind.
Morrowind did very
Oblivion,
well. I even
then
know there's
Fallout, then Skyrim.
Friend of mine who loves like the older Elder Scrolls games, he was on the bandwagon well before Oblivion, and to this day I think he says Morrowind is like his favorite. And
I suppose everyone has their favorite.
But that could be nostalgia, or I don't know. But I'm like, man, Skyrim, come on, sell it to me again. By the way, this episode is sponsored by Skyrim.
I do hope though no one comes along and like people are now going, oh, I wonder if Sony's gonna go buy someone now. What if they bought Activision? I'd be like, I really hope.
Fuck would give a shit.
Well, that means they would, Call of Duty is a big series, but
Call of Duty, whatever.
Also, don't they own Blizzard?
Yes. Activision Blizzard.
It would be massive, but like it's not something you'd want. Like you don't want one company owning. Like it'll become Disney. Like Disney, it's actually kind of shit now that they own so much. Because there's like a tight control, and it's like you have to adhere to these type of the way you present yourself and stuff like that. It's nice having all these other individual companies. Like all these buyouts are just like, it's a bad move. I think this one is really great, and Microsoft needed it, but Sony already owns many good studios.
My outlook. Sony already has the likes of Naughty Dog and Santa Monica Studio. Like they already have really big names that are Sony exclusives. Yep. It would be, if they go out and buy someone now just to make a headline, it'd be kind of petty.
No need. Microsoft were the ones playing catch up, and this was enough.
This was the
icing.
Yeah,
this was the icing.
In just one swoop. It's
I think the only studio. There's only two studios that I would like to see Sony acquire, only because I think the studios could benefit under Sony rather than Sony benefit with the studios, and that Konami. Is Kojima Productions. Not even Konami. Kojima Productions.
Yeah.
And Ready at Dawn. I think Ready at Dawn had with some guidance, I think they could be could become a really great studio.
What did they make?
The Order.
The Order.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have talent. It's just I think they just need guidance to actually make a breakthrough IP.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned there Kojima Productions, and Howlin mentioned Konami. So let's talk about, now this one is not actual news yet, right? But it's been heavily rumored.
When you mentioned it, I just remembered that the other day, Konami tweeted a box.
Oh?
Just a box. And what do you associate a box with?
Yes.
Yes.
And what do we associate Amazon with?
So I reckon it's happening.
Yeah, well, something has to be happening. There was a rumor for a long time actually that what it was a remake of either Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2, old school that people haven't played. But that would not generate as much excitement as now what the rumor is, which is that the PS5 would be getting a remake of Metal Gear Solid.
That's all I need in my life.
Yeah, well, I just want to put that out there. How do you feel if there was going to be a remake of Metal Gear Solid? Knowing the fact that there was one called the Twin Snakes for the GameCube, do we need another one? And do we want another one?
Give me this.
Yeah.
Give me this with Metal Gear Solid gameplay. Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay.
You want Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you go around, you Fulton recover the genome.
No,
Bring it back to your...
just give me the Metal Gear Solid first game
Shooting mechanics
with the 5 shooting mechanics behind third person.
Could you
I
imagine
think
Don't
the
let me
whole
deal with those cameras.
I think the whole game would need to be re-engineered. Like this needs like the Resident Evil remakes treatment. That type of it's like it's the same setting, it's the same story, same characters, but it really needs to be completely re-enginered.
I can't be dealing with the
that
camera
game just won't hold up.
No, I would look at for me, Resident Evil 2 remake should be the not to copy, but just that should be you should look at what they did.
Yeah, or even the Final Fantasy 7 remake. They changed everything in terms of how the game plays.
But they kept the identity is still there. I still want that retro shit. I want a Soliton radar. If I don't see a Soliton radar, I'm gonna be pissed. No, I'm joking. You don't need shit like that because there's different ways now of doing stealth mechanics and stealth gameplay and stuff. I'm joking, but I do want it to feel like the game from the 90s in terms of atmosphere. I want them to really I'd just be really worried about. I don't know who's going to be making this. Obviously it'd be under Konami, but I just wonder who they get to direct the game and all that kind of stuff. Like Kojima shouldn't.
I imagine Bluepoint. I think Bluepoint are going to make it.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Doesn't need direction, does it? It's already been directed. You just gotta.
Yeah, you just need a fan.
Follow the blueprint of what was done already. Yeah.
But because Bluepoint have been doing a couple of remakes recently, haven't they?
Yeah, they're the ones doing Demon Souls.
Yeah.
And people are praising that. I've never played the original Demon Souls, but people who've seen what's been released so far of Demon Souls that did play it. Even there was a friend of mine, and he was like, I don't give a fuck about any of the new games except Demon Souls. That he said it looked amazing.
Just look good. I'm not one for those games. Damn, that looked good.
It did. It really did. The lighting and the graphics looked amazing.
That fucking vaulting mechanic, my god, everyone's losing their mind over when he vaulted. Jesus.
Yeah. Is that because he couldn't vault before?
No, I just think it was
the way the animation was.
Yeah, the animation for the vault was just a very good vaulting animation.
Yeah. Eric, how would you feel about a PS5 remake?
Man, I don't know why why it's like Resi 4. Now, Resi 4 and Skyrim are really good, but why has Metal Gear Solid not been on every console ever? Why has that not been released on the
Well, it is a PlayStation exclusive.
I know, but could you imagine though? Could you imagine if you could get that on any phone ever?
Technically, you could get it on every PlayStation.
Yeah.
I think that would be class to bring that back, because somehow when you have films doing remakes, they don't work. They always seem to be a bit oh, look at them money grabbing and look at them pushing some sort of scheme forward. But when games do remake, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Resi 2 did really well. Final Fantasy 7 did really well. Demon Souls looks like it'll do really well.
Well, let's hold on, but let's not escape the fact that it would be a money grabby.
Oh well,
it would absolutely be inspired. It'd be Konami going, we could definitely milk the shit out of this.
Well, every product any company makes is a money grabbing product.
Yeah.
Unless they give it out for free, but that's not going to happen. But what I mean is, it'd just be really good.
That's not free.
It will be.
Sponsor.
I am a bit. I think I would prefer if it was Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. Just because
said that before.
Metal Gear Solid, you could always get to that point,
Yeah.
Once you do Metal Gear 2, you could always get to Metal Gear Solid, but
I'd like to lead up to that.
Yeah, I don't know if now is the right time to do Metal Gear Solid.
You want Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 with Metal Gear 5 engine.
Oh yeah, and I'd also want it to tie in with Metal Gear 5. Because the way Metal Gear 5 ends, that is the big boss you take on in Metal Gear 1.
Didn't get that far, is that true?
It didn't get that far.
I didn't get that far.
Oh, you did? Oh, no. No, it doesn't.
Well, the game also didn't get that far.
They cut out the entire last chapter, which is supposed to be that.
What?
Like in terms of storytelling, like that is a
game's a
brutal
mess.
game. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
But the plan was that it ends up leading to what would be Metal Gear 1.
Wow, okay.
The
That would have been
story,
the plan.
the story construction of Metal Gear Solid 5 makes Metal Gear Rising look good. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. So if they manage to do like Metal Gear 1 remake, but kind of like almost finish off that tale and lead up to Metal Gear 1, because Metal Gear 1 is not long enough to do a next gen game.
No,
it
you
really
need
is.
to
Like,
either expand the shit out of it or put Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 together as one game.
yeah, but
you
they
know?
could they could finish off 5 and lead up to 1.
Yeah. So are you saying then that if they announce tomorrow that there's a remake? Yeah,
That's my
exactly.
favorite game of all time. Of course, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking
It's like
be ecstatic.
it's like tomorrow now they go Metal Gear Solid is coming. There's a remake of it coming, and it looks amazing or whatever. Blue Point are making it, and then they're gonna go, yeah, but it's not Metal Gear 1 though, is it? You know. I agree. I think there should be a remake of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. I did say it before. I think it would be a good move. It would introduce a lot of people who don't know those two games to some of the stuff that happened in those ones and give us a formative years of Solid Snake. It would be a Snake we've never seen before. This rookie version of Solid Snake. It might be a bit controversial, but it could be very interesting too to explore it. And then you could lead up to the remake of Metal Gear Solid, you know, and that could be great. But you could have laid the groundwork by doing that first one first. However, motherfucker, if they announce a fucking Metal Gear Solid remake, I am pre-ordering before I even see how it plays, motherfucker. Are you kidding? That'd be the fucking most exciting I've ever been since the fucking Final Fantasy VII remake announcement. Holy shit.
Yeah, it'll definitely have to go beside my other 2 copies.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's so if it's real, I'm behind it. It comes paired with rumors that they're basically Konami has been doing fucking nothing for the last generation, right? Like very little. Fuck
There
off.
was rumors last year that Microsoft were going to buy Konami.
Oh, the bastards.
There were rumors that they were going to buy WB Games as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's just rumors on everything. It was like
So much money.
Maybe they did have their feet in a few ponds, you know what I mean? And then Bethesda were the one that they
Are they going to become the Disney now of the video game universe to buy everything?
Yeah, man. That's how you win. This console wars.
Wasn't me that time. Wasn't me.
No. Yeah. But you know what? You've convinced me. And that's what I'm here to do. But yeah, there's rumors as well that Konami are going to have like a big kind of surge this generation, and that they're going to. So Metal Gear Solid remake could happen, but that they'll also be looking at kind of bringing back the Silent Hill franchise and the Castlevania franchise. Because you have to remember, PS2 era Konami were huge.
Was shit. They were the company like.
Konami were huge. PS3 they went down a bit, and then last generation were fucking. Who the fuck are Konami? Like, what the fuck is on? So I think there's a big call for like them to come back this time. A Silent Hill game has obviously been kind of started and stopped for a while now, because, you know, obviously with PT there was going to be a Silent Hills game, which obviously got scrapped after Kojima was unjustifiably fired, you crazy motherfuckers. And then obviously that project became Death Stranding, you know, with Norman Reedus and all. But then there was talks of them doing a Silent Hill 1 or 2 remake instead. After the success of the Resident Evil remakes, I actually think that's what they'll do before they do a new Silent Hill. I think they will do a remake first. But I could be totally wrong.
No, I think you're right. Actually, was it London Studio that's doing Demon Souls?
No, I definitely
Blue Point?
I think it was Blue Point.
Because I think I remember hearing rumors like that. Yeah, Konami would be outsourcing those IPs, and it would be Sony Studios. I think it was either Blue Point or London Studio would be taking on either the Metal Gear Solid or the Silent Hill 1 remakes.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's probably what they're going to do, and I'd say they're probably in talks with both Sony and Microsoft. They have these IPs. They're not arse making them. here you go, you can have them. We'll license them out to you so we can like continue to eat our dinner. And Microsoft will probably get a few other IPs, like maybe Castlevania will become Microsoft's one, and Metal Gear and Silent Hill will probably become Sony's one.
Yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh becomes Nintendo's one.
Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh as well, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was excited
That
about
was mind blown for me when I one time looked at the back of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm like, what? The same people who make Metal Gear Solid make Yu-Gi-Oh? That's crazy. Because I was stupid and didn't realize Konami was a bigger company.
Yeah, I remember definitely at that age thinking that like whatever company were written on the fucking case, that it's the same people every time. So like I honestly thought that like, oh, Konami, so whoever made Metal Gear Solid also made Silent Hill and also made Castlevania. Like that's the way I thought when I was younger. Like I had no idea. Like even
it
like
used to be that way.
Oh really?
Oh, definitely. Like even back like Bungie, for example, right? Like that was only like such a small team. id Software, when they made Doom and Wolfenstein and stuff, like it was like what, 5 people or something like that. Like it definitely used to be so
Isn't that crazy?
so
Mods,
tiny.
right?
Hmm?
Doom came from Quake mods, right?
Quake from Doom.
Quake from Doom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy, man.
Because Quake was the first proper like 3D one.
Okay.
Because they kind of like pseudo 3D'd it with Doom, I think it was. Whereas like it looked 3D, but it wasn't 3D at all. But Quake was their first proper 3D.
Fucking hell. There's another rumor in the works that I want to bring up because I know it may affect Eric greatly, right? Well, actually, at this point, I don't think it's a rumor anymore. I think
if you're talking about what I think you're going to talk about,
the Mass Effect
yeah,
trilogy remastered, right?
known as the Legendary Edition.
Oh, the Legendary Edition, they're calling it now.
Yes.
Is that official?
That's
that's
official at this
official.
point.
Yeah.
It's happening. But I think it's coming next year.
Some of that, it's been delayed because the first one they're not able to get right just yet.
It's being delayed because it's going to end up an Xbox exclusive.
Fuck off.
And they haven't finished the deal yet. It's very possible.
I guess I'll be playing them then for the first time, huh?
Yeah, they're great games actually, but I think they could become a timed exclusive, much like they were on Xbox before they were on PlayStation.
That makes sense.
Timed is fine. Timed is fine.
Is it though? Is it?
Yeah, I can
buy an Xbox. No, I'm going to be honest, right? After having this discussion, and I'm glad that we had Howlin on. I really am. Because I was really confused about the Xbox Series S, and there was just so many people saying different things about it. And I wasn't sure whether, are they just trying to bash it, or they're like, because they're trying to promote PlayStation or whatever. Like, different YouTubers obviously are in different camps and stuff like that. So, I'm kind of glad now that, like, I have a better idea of what it does, and I think I'd probably get it. Yeah. You know? And then if you have a version of both, you're not missing out on anything. And why would you want to miss out on anything? There's different studios making amazing games in the future. Why would you want to miss out just out of pure like, no, fuck them, this is my camp. It's like
video games, man. It's just video games.
Exactly. It's fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Does the will the One X play all the next games? Do you know?
God, these titles are confusing.
The One X. For they did say for a little while they will.
All right, okay, so you are better off getting a Series S then.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I got to agree with Eric there, though. I will say that the naming of the consoles is fucking crazy. Did you hear? And this has been reported a couple of times now, so it wasn't just a one-off thing. The Xbox One X has been pre-ordered up to its sales have gone up by 797%. Because people pre-ordered that instead of the Xbox Series X.
Scalper bots.
It is mad that they didn't foresee the marketing issues here, because I think as well the boxes are kind of confusing. Like the box, it'll tell you. Like for us, I think it's going to be fine. Like we'll walk into the fucking store and we'll know exactly what to pick up. But all the mammies and daddies buying for Christmas, I feel so sorry for them.
I do think this article that came out about the Xbox One X sales going up by 797%. That is the exact percentage. I've seen it on multiple articles. That is definitely mammies and daddies who just don't know what it is like. You know what I mean? Pre-ordering it. It has to be. You don't think so?
So at the start of the pre-order, if you search for Xbox Series X on Amazon, it brought up the Xbox One X at the start of the pre-orders.
Oh, so people genuinely got it by accident?
No.
You were not,
so the scalpers had bots out looking for the pre-orders to buy them, and they just ended up buying the Series X or the One X because the Series X was in its place on Amazon.
Oh shit! That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
They're fucking raging.
So there's going off that, there's scalpers with hundreds of Xboxes on their way to their houses.
What are they going to do with them? That's hilarious. Because at first I was like, I feel so bad for all the mammies and daddies.
They can still sell the One X though, because that's been discontinued, isn't it?
Yep, they're discontinuing it all. Yep.
Yeah, so it will be nice to even pick up. Well, I think they bought them for an unreasonable price.
Yeah, but you have to wonder as well, like, is everyone going to be wanting to buy one of them? You know what I mean? When you've got the new console out, you know.
Well, it sits in terms of performance. That's why I was wondering, like, will it support the next few games? Because in terms of performance, it sits nicely in between the two new ones. Like, it is technically, well, graphically more powerful than the Series S, just not anywhere near as powerful as the Series X.
Yeah,
it does have
the power in it, but I don't know about if it can reach what the Series S is going to do either. I don't know.
I think it's the hard drive that will probably
the SSD.
Yeah. But yeah.
Nice. That's hilarious though. That's gas. I honestly thought that people had just gotten the wrong one, and I was like, oh, I feel so sorry for them, and it's going to be kind of.
I do imagine though people will, like, you can
people might have
going in. I mean, people even got confused with PS4 and PS3, because
that
one PS4 couldn't play PS3 games, and that was enough to confuse people as well.
I feel like though, if you're a retailer, that one's easier to explain.
Sure. Right. Yeah, you nearly have to get out a big chart to break down the Xbox One.
And
Here we go.
And
it'll run this one, but not this one.
It's purely just down to the naming of it. It has nothing to do with, because they do the same thing, really. Like, they're going to be playing the next generation of games, but it's just down to the naming. 5 is newer than 4, but Series X is newer than 1, which is newer than 360, which is, it's like, I don't know, pick a naming like system and stick to it.
I think they would have been fine if it's the previous generation's naming scheme that fucks it. I think it's the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Fucks it.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was the one that was fucking
Series S, Series X is fine. It's just the One X and One S, I think, is what would throw people a bit.
Yeah. No, I agree there.
Their idea of, like, doing 360, which is one circle, and then Xbox does it and one. It's like, how do they sit all in a boarding room, right? Because I'd imagine they're sitting on a long conference table, lots of people in
round
suits.
Conference table.
Sorry, they're the Knights of the Round Xbox. Okay, got it. So round circle. And just all going, I got it, Xbox One. It's like, yes, absolutely. How the fuck did they come to that? Like, how do they not?
Well, it was down to the original marketing of, like, what the machine was supposed to do.
One entertainment system.
Yeah, one system that does all. That was
the idea. But how did some of us go? Yeah, but let's be honest, guys. We're going to make another one.
I'm sure Phil Spencer was absolutely against it, but he didn't have the position at that point. So.
Yeah. It's interesting, but anyway, we could go on forever about the naming of things, regardless of the fact there's 2 very cool new systems coming. We obviously we all have our pre-orders. We all hope Howlin will probably get his before we get ours.
Day one, baby.
But either way, we're looking forward to the next generation of gaming. Yeah. There's some exciting stuff coming.
When I finally get there.
And maybe when we have them, we should do another episode where we kind of talk about, because one of the things we were saying earlier on was, I wonder what the UI will look like, or what are the extra functions that they haven't talked about. So maybe we should do one where we can all tell each other what it's like when you actually turn the system on. That could be cool.
Maybe I can do a Skype call from the Xbox and just show you.
That would be fucking sick. So if we can figure that out. Howlin, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, man.
Cheers.
This was great fun. Also, I would like to tell people to check out 12 Gauge Outrage, which is the band Howlin is drummer in. It's a metal band. But so if you have any interest in metal music at all, or rock music even, you should check them out. They're on Spotify. 12 Gauge Outrage.
They're on everything.
They're on everything. If you're on YouTube,
they're on Game Pass.
We'll put a link down below. If you're on YouTube, I'll put the link down below so you can check them out. But also, you will have heard a snippet of one of their songs playing in our intro. So do check them out. It would mean a lot to us. I think
12, the number 12, 1, 2.
12 Gauge Outrage. If you're into Metallica, and any band that has been influenced by Metallica, these guys are, absolutely your cup of tea. Which is pretty much any band, really. You know what I mean? So yeah, just check them out. The riffs are fucking awesome. So Howlin, thank you again for coming on, guys. If you were watching on YouTube, please consider subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, and jumping into comments to let us know your thoughts on everything we've talked about today. And if you're listening to us on audio platforms, then please get in touch with social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Brothers Take, to let us know what you thought of everything we talked about today. Show Howlin some love. Go check out, 12 Gauge Outrage on Facebook as well. Give them the fucking like, man, and follow them. And we'll be back next week to talk about more crazy shit. Thank you, everyone, and take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.